max tomes, park near the new class NPC, or wait, maybe I shouldn't max tomes since they're gonna change all over anyway. Hunts and hunt sacks. Oh, and I definitely gotta get that Wondrous Tails ready. She wants me to farm extreme mounts now. Am I getting flexed on? Maybe me getting WT now versus last week isn't optimal. Oh, and make sure your crafters and gatherers are prepared. Yeah, I'll get right on that. I didn't do shit to prep for Dawntrail. I didn't do fucking shit to prep for Dawntrail. Over the last couple weeks, I traveled to do some cool work with some cool people, and it was a good time. I stared blankly at my favorite Final Fantasy XIV Hori Tactical Assault Commander, or keypad, whatever, before packing my luggage. I could bring this, or I could just bring my keyboard, and it's probably more versatile since I don't like playing off a laptop keyboard when it comes to other games. I'm traveling. I don't want to play with you anymore. I'm looking to optimize my gameplay, like I was meant to optimize my Dawntrail prep. Like all these people. Optimize. I know I did this video a couple weeks back, but to be completely honest, I don't get as excited for new releases as I used to. But it's not really for the reasons you might think. And I'm not that old, although I did just turn 30 this year. 1 foot in the grave, baby. I remember the fond days of being in high school, being overly hyped for long-awaited releases. Games that I've pre-ordered for months would be stirring in my brain. I'd look up content, research the game I was looking forward to, invest or look at game-related art, history, lore, and so on. I can't really tell you when my switch flipped, but I remember just not being distracted by something I'd long awaited for. Like, sure, maybe in passing, but I wasn't overly hyped. And it's not that I've aged or I'm too old for hype now, because games and releases coming out now hit me like a truck, suddenly, as if the hype that I so casually dispersed over a month or two just rushes to my brain in a span of 48 hours. Growing up, my best friends and I bonded deeply over games of Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and Halo after school. Party chats and lobbies with a wide range of the most endearing and horribly vile things you've ever heard. The launch of Modern Warfare 2 was when this weird rush of hype started for me. At the time, I'd wrap up some high school days hanging out at my then girlfriend's house. We'd take the bus together and hang out at hers often. On the day of Modern Warfare 2, it was truly the only thing I could think of. I took the bus back home, so unbelievably ready to get the game. And in my absolute rush of sudden hype, I sat on the bus, silently. No friends around, not talking to anyone. Today is the day. But in my own bubble of hype at the time, I somehow got it mixed in my conscious that I was actually on the bus back to my house, and not my girlfriend's house. And as I got up, I turned to the random girl next to me and said, "Give me a kiss." In my head, thinking it was my girlfriend. She stared at me for a moment. I stared at her. The people around me got oddly silent, and I exited the bus so fast, it would put Sonic to shame. Dawntrail! Oh my god, it's happening now. Can you believe I went from saying, "That's it," to "I can feel it coming in the air tonight, oh lord"? What am I gonna do when Final Fantasy XIV is down? Open up Final Fantasy XIV and try to play Final Fantasy XIV when Final Fantasy XIV is down? Oh, right, I should be prepping right now. What should I do even? How are you guys so organized? Do you people actually have lists? So after watching many of the Dawntrail prep videos, I can confidently say you all play this game quite differently. It's like same but different, but in a comical sort of way. And you would think that I'm maybe picking at other people, but I genuinely love how diverse or different all of your prep is. And then it sort of aligns into what could be most optimal, but for a guy like me, it might not be. Because I didn't do shit for Dawntrail. I didn't do fucking shit for Dawntrail. I'm gonna open my game up June 28th and patiently wait in this queue like I once did the expansion before this. And then the expansion before this. And so on. I'm going to log in and queue Frontlines. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna log in and do MSQ. Or maybe I'm not joking, and I will actually queue from. I like PvP. In fact, I love PvP. You know how often the MMORPG subreddit shits on the PvP in Final Fantasy XIV? I actually love PvP. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. You're thinking, what the hell is this video? And I'm here to tell you, it's exactly what it needed to be. A video about my Dawntrail prep, my Final Fantasy experience, wanting to do it all, but being distracted or not having enough time to do it all. Chaos, insanity, dropping all of my bags when I arrived home and immediately plugging up my computer to sit at my desk and play as I had been trying to do so desperately away from home. Because it's just not the same playing on this setup compared to actually being at my desk. Maybe if my laptop screen was closer, I wouldn't have felt so weirdly strained to play. And I want to use my keypad, and you obviously know I'm pretty decent with this thing since I whipped up this tutorial that still goes strong. But is it optimal when a keyboard genuinely, sufficiently, is all you need? Maybe what we think might be most optimal isn't most optimal at all for how we enjoy things. And maybe the journey wasn't the prep we needed all along, but was the prep we made along the way, or yeah, something like that, right? See you in Dawntrail.